What's going on, people? Sorry, go on.
No, you go.
No, you do it.
No, you just seem like
Ladies
you want to do it.
first.
You look excited. Cool. You do it. I'm not doing it anymore. You do it. I'm not doing it today. You do it.
I do it. What's going on, people? This is Put Some Syrup on That. My name's Vince.
Nula Monroe.
And this time we're talking about... What are we talking about?
Man, do your job, big man. Since you want to be funny.
We're doing a reaction video on something we found out on The Cut. Shout out. What's it called? What? Big man, what? Bumba.
What's your intro, man?
Play the thing, innit?
Never ask you for help.
Play the thing, innit?
I ask you for help. I'll keep looking at you when I do the intro.
It's Exes.
Do it. You're so funny. You're so clever. You do it.
Exes described the first time they had sex with each other. Drum roll, please. Let's go.
Let's do this thing.
Put your fingers on the button, big man.
Yeah.
All of that.
When did you guys first sleep with each other?
The third time we hung out. Oh my God, that's so fast. My mom's gonna kill me.
When was the first?
You what, mate?
Do you think that's fast? On the third time of meeting? Or what's the quickest you've... Don't worry, we'll wait.
Well, I won't answer what's the quickest, but is it long? It depends, innit? Like I feel like every person is different. I don't think it's long. I don't think it's quick, and I don't think it's long. I think it's relative to the individuals.
You're right. If the vibe is right and you don't feel the time is right, go for it. YOLO, you only live once. Like you might never see the next person again.
I've waited. Exactly. I've waited a lot longer than that, and I've done much
A lot quicker than that.
like a lot. Like quicker than like when I think about it, I'm like, whoa, that was fast.
You see him bored.
But yeah, so yeah. What you though? What is it?
Huh? Oh, you got to play the clip.
What is your name and what's the name of your ex?
My name is Natalia and my ex's name is Kyle.
My ex is Amparo.
My ex's name is Scott.
What do you think of Scott?
For the most part, like, he's just a really good guy.
We were just so goofy and it was such a fun time, you know. Definitely makes me laugh.
We're gonna be filming you two separately and see how your answers differ. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you two meet?
We met on Tinder.
I had just gotten out of like a 3-year-long relationship with somebody and said it in my Tinder bio. He was like, how is the rebound life treating you?
We met at a benefit. I was taking some pictures there.
I saw him walking around with his camera. I was like, who's that? And my friend's like, oh, that's Alex. I'm like, oh, he's just really cute. And she's like, he's married. And I was like, oh, okay, moving on to the next.
How did you two meet?
We met in high school, I remember, and I paced back and forth. And I was like, just go ask. And I like went up, said hi, because I thought he's cute. It's embarrassing, but it worked out.
When did you first meet?
I took him to one of my friend's pajama parties.
What's the pajama party?
You had to wear pajamas, and I was like, I don't own any pajamas. And then he was like, well, I'll buy you some. And I was like, you're gonna buy me some pajamas for our first date?
I'm such a simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like this hopeless romantic type person on the inside, kind of hardcore on the outside, but so I got matching pajamas and matching slippers.
Are you a simp?
Remember having
100%.
Remember MySpace? I was like, hey, do you wanna have brunch? And I was like, I don't know that I wanna have brunch with someone who is in a relationship.
I heard you were married at the time.
I was married at the time.
And then I was like, well, I mean.
Cool. So man said that man is invited her to brunch, blood. He's moving dangerously. Oh,
Man said
cruddy.
brunch, you know.
Brunch, you know, and the man is married and thing. But anyway,
Literally on MySpace and that.
he's wilding out, brother. That's why he lost all his hair, brother. He's stressing himself out. But cool. So on a first date, so what's your what's your go-to first date kind of thing for you?
A lot of people like to do the cinema thing. I like to be in a setting where I can actually speak to the person that I'm with. So I like maybe like an activity, like maybe a golf thing, like a top golf or something we can enjoy, have a little bit of fun, and actually get to know each other.
I didn't ask what a lot of people do, big man. I don't know why you answered that question. I don't know why you're talking about what a lot of people. I don't know what you're talking about what a lot of people do.
Shut up this carry.
I don't know what you're talking about, Willis. Cool. Yeah, but top golf.
Yeah, like something an activity like top golf, bowling, somewhere where you can do something with an activity and get to know the person. What about you, big man? I know you're like I like to go out to eat and drink and eat.
I like to go out to eat and
Sit
drink
there.
still because I do I like to go out to eat and drink. I mean, you know, those things that you said are fun. I think the things that you've said are probably better, just in the sense of it's an activity and not everybody is comfortable eating in front of everyone and things of that nature. But me, I like to eat and drink because you can really get to know each other, conversate and you know, and yeah. But you could do that on both of these.
Because when you go out to eat, literally there's only like a time span of like an hour and a half. Like if you're going for Tanandas, for example, they're quick, the service quick. So by the time you're done eating and everything, it's been like an hour. And what do you do after that?
But to be fair though, I think on a first date, in general actually, but on a first date or in general, for me personally, if you're going to take somebody out and you're planning it, I would plan more than one thing. So I would plan, like, for example, you might want to go and meet and have a couple of drinks first at a cocktail bar, but a proper cocktail bar. Then you might want to go take them to a restaurant and have food. Then you might want to go and do Top Golf. Then you might go and get waffles and ice cream. Then you're done, innit? But I think
that sounds like a fun night. When you taking me, fam?
Soon, bro. Don't worry about it, babes.
Some waffles.
Don't worry, babes. As soon as everything's open again, we'll go out, babes. But I think, like, for me, it's about planning and making sure you've got a full day of activities planned. And not a full day, but a good few hours where you're bouncing from one activity to another activity.
So ideally, what would you want to end on?
Depends. Like, because that day is more second, third day. I think on a first day, you have the restaurant as your first, and then you have other things in mind. Because if you don't enjoy each other's company, you don't want to have booked bare stuff.
Imagine, this is boring now. I got a whole itinerary planned out.
Oh, God damn it, I hate her.
Got bowling, gotta go Top Golf, drinks. Oh my God.
I've had enough. So actually, those are probably not first date activities. Those are like third, fourth dates maybe. So I think where you want to end up for me on a first, it depends, because it can be dessert or it could be cocktails. I think for me, I like to plan things based on the person that I've spoken to, isn't it? So once you've spoken to somebody, you get an idea of the kind of things that they're into. You take note of those things and you plan it accordingly. So if there's somebody who likes to go out and drink, you might want to organise that you're at a bar at the end. If there's somebody who is more into activities, you might want to end up bowling. If there's somebody who's very much into food, you might want to end at desserts, you know? Like, it depends on the individual.
So you tailor your date to the person you're going with.
That's my advice.
What if this person's taste isn't what your taste is, but you're still feeling them as an individual, they're a nice person? Would you go out of your comfort zone to pacify them, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's difficult because I enjoy pretty much anything. I'm quite open and easy, so I probably would, but I don't feel like, I mean, if you hate something, I don't think you should organise it, no. Like, if you don't enjoy the cinemas, don't organise to go to the cinemas, because one, you're lying to yourself, and you're lying to them. Like, you're setting up for yourself for failure, because they're going to be expecting, let's say you get into a relationship in the long term, this is obviously long-term thinking, now they think you like the cinemas and you hate the cinemas. I would, but if you don't, I wouldn't put yourself in a situation that's uncomfortable. Find a middle ground and work through it that way. That's my personal opinion. Don't fake it. It's because a lot of people fake it. I don't agree with that. Be real. What about you?
Yeah, it's true. Like I wouldn't personally. If it's something that I'm not into, I'm not gonna fake it. But I'll try to find that common ground. And obviously, if you're not feeling me, I'm not feeling you, then call it quits. Move on to the next first date. Is it me?
This is it.
Exactly. Get me. Plenty more fish in the sea, as they say.
Plenty of fish in the sea still.
That's how we move, innit? How was your first ever date?
First ever date in life?
No, with your partner.
With my partner? It was calm still. Yeah, we went to the park. And we went for a meal. And it was cool. But the thing is with our relationship is that we kind of met through mutual friends. So when we started dating, we kind of knew each other a little bit already. We had already met a few times. So it wasn't one of those, it wasn't awkward like, oh, somebody I've not met or I've only met once and I don't really remember them. Like, we had already met a couple of times. So the times that we met as well were at social gatherings. So we spent a certain amount of time together at those social gatherings. And then we spoke quite a bit in between. So by the time we went to going on date phases, we already kind of knew each other.
Kind of had a feel of who this person is as a person and that. That's cool. That's nice. That's cute.
Yeah, we were comfy, man.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Thanks. What was your favourite first date that you've had?
That is a real good question. Jump giants. But it wasn't an actual first date because I kind of made it like a double date. So it was me, one of my boys, and he brought a girl that was on her first date, and we just kind of done like a foursome thing. Not actual foursome, but like a foursome date scene. And it was actually quite dope. Doing backflips, this, that, and the other. And then I think we went, what did we do afterwards? I don't even remember what we did afterwards, but I think that was a good first date. It was fun. Little double date and that.
I've never even heard of jump giants. What is it? Trampoline or something?
Yeah, it's basically like a massive, but it's more like for adults. The adult version. But that was dope.
Sounds wavy.
If you ain't been, go through.
Sounds wavy still. Should we get back to the bar leg?
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Heard you were married at the time.
MySpace.
Have brunch with someone who is in a relationship.
I heard you were married at the time.
I was married at the time.
And then I was like, well, I mean, it must be okay, so let me not be weird about it. And so I did it, and had brunch, and he was like, I'm actually separating, getting divorced. So we just had a fun time, and he was just really cool.
She was very kind to me during my divorce, and so kind of caught my attention at that time.
Did she know you were into her?
I think so. I was trying to make it obvious. Sometimes I miss all that stuff.
I didn't know if he thought I was just a friend. It wasn't until maybe like the second, third date where I was like, oh, we're this is dates.
How did you know?
He tried to kiss me.
I tried to kiss her the first time that we hung out, and it was just I met up with her outside of her mom's house, but she basically said no.
It was just like a peck. It wasn't anything too exciting. I did not want to kiss him at that point.
Describe your first kiss.
Oh, our first kiss was on our first date.
I did not think we were gonna kiss, but yeah, we did. It was pretty cool.
He just made out with me. It was awful. So bad.
When did you first kiss?
We were eating pizza from Trader Joe's.
When did you first kiss her?
We went to a MMA fight, and I think that was the first time we kissed.
I just got braces, and this was one of the first meals I've ever eaten. And I was like, this guy's gonna hate me. I have crust in my teeth. And I was like, I'm never gonna see this man again, but he thought it was cute. And he leaned in and tried to kiss me, and I was like, are you nuts?
It was really passionate.
Was pizza involved?
Was pizza involved? What the fuck are you talking about?
She talked about you two sharing pizza you got at Trader Joe's.
I don't... That may have been it. I trust her memory better than mine.
Do you remember your first kiss?
It was probably the first time that we got together.
What do you mean got together?
Oh, had sex?
Where was it?
It was at her apartment.
Where in your apartment?
Oh, in my bed.
I was really nervous, and he picked me up and was like, I need to make sure you're not a serial killer, so let's go to a public place.
We went to get hamburgers, went back to their house and watched movies, and one thing led to another. We had sex.
It was really, really slow paced, and it was really tender.
What do you remember?
Just super passionate. I mean,
I feel when you're in a situation where you have somebody and you're chilling and you're Netflixing, it's the Netflix is just a lie. It's not even real. And I enjoy it. You know me, I'm a nerd fam. I enjoy stuff, but it's just literally just a lie. I don't know, man. Maybe that's not
it's
how
just an
women
excuse.
Think. Yeah, but I feel
we both know what's happening here. The movie's just on in the background, just for
just for bands. And you just gotta slowly make your way. But then if they're not on it, then you've got to watch the movie.
Sit there frustrated. Shit, the movie's so dead. That's mad. But no, when you're watching movies, there's a 90% chance of it happening.
You won't get this work.
You're gonna get that. Are you still watching on Netflix?
Still watching.
Are you still watching?
Are you still watching?
That is the question.
Putting on a show.
Yeah, me. Call me Netflix, B.
Slow paced, and it was really tender.
What do you remember?
Just super passionate. I mean, it was just I don't know, fireworks for sure. I'm forgetting details, so I'm sorry if I'm sparing you those.
It was on a bunk bed, which was made purely of wood. It had a desk and then a ladder, and this is too much detail. But anyway, I was like, I'm really fucking this guy on a wooden bunk bed. This is crazy.
Did you guys sleep with each other?
The first time? What did he say?
What happened that night? Did you guys sleep with each other?
Okay, so I think we did. So what happened? So we went to the pajama party. We was literally downstairs in the lobby of the apartments changing clothes from pajamas to club clothes. We go to the club. We get pretty wasted, and I really think I took him home and did some really awesome things to him.
See, I remember it as us not doing it the first night, but then we talked and he was like, it was the first night, I was just maybe too drunk.
But this brother's swag is kind of wavy. It's just me. I know the jean jacket is doing too much here, but I like the jean jacket and the red hoodie. What do you think?
It's alright. I like red, to be fair.
Is it?
The red looks good. They're both wearing red.
So I was about to say, do you prefer that brother then and the red?
No, I like the little chop in between the red, so it's got aspects of different colours. Yeah, that's too much red. Too much sauce.
I feel like his outfit is wavy still. Maybe that's just me.
Don't know about the hat though.
I think it suits him.
Yeah,
suits him.
It's kind of swag in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it, but it suits like his demeanor.
Was it good?
Yes.
I remember feeling very bad about it because I hadn't been divorced very long, and even though I was no longer with my wife, it still felt a little wrong.
Who was the person who kind of made
It felt wrong when he was divorced, but when he was going for a brunch and he was still married, it weren't feeling wrong.
Feeling wrong. Joke, man.
Bro. Yeah, I lie, I tell you right now.
Own your shit, man.
You're just
Own
lying. Just trying to say face. You're just lying
Felt
to
wrong.
people. Barlet
No,
boy.
Barlet boy.
Felt wrong having sex. My guy, you orchestrated that from the time you said let's go
Your
to
intentions were there.
Your intentions were there from you said eyes, don't lie.
I like from that MySpace message. Click, click, brunch. You know what time it was.
Game recognized game granddad, and you looking kind of familiar right now.
Sit there. Shit from a mile away.
It's a Boondocks clip, by the way, everyone. Using banter.
the first move?
Oh man, I kind of remember like they definitely like kissed me first.
I ended up making the first move, which is normally not what I do. I've never had like autonomy in a relationship, and like my say and my voice and my opinions were like really important in the relationship. So like I think it gave me the confidence to really see like kind of into the future of what it would have been like to be with him.
He was actually my first time, so he came to my house. It happened. It was very quick. And I remember thinking, like, this is probably going to be the person that I'm with forever. I think that's what everybody thinks when they have their first.
I might be biased, but I feel like she's out of his league. What do you think?
I was thinking that from the start of this, and she said it was very fast. Why are you coming fast?
Now, he in her league. I don't feel like he's in her league. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm hating. I don't know, man. But I don't feel like this brother's in
I
her
was
league
thinking that, but I
still.
tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he gave me no confidence, so...
I don't want to be mean. He's just a guy, innit? And really, I don't know. I'm not attracted to men, so the women tell me, innit? But I don't know, man. When I look at these two,
what are your thoughts?
It makes me feel confused. Yeah.
First time.
I had never been someone's first. It was a really weird experience for me too. I didn't really know what to expect going into it. But
how many people had you slept with before?
I had slept with 8 people.
First time you had sex, was it nice?
Nah, alright. Forget what they said, right? If you were to look at both of these people, who would you think was the virgin?
The people before, like the
Yeah,
people that
them
we were
two.
looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely him. Wouldn't be her. No, wouldn't be her. Wouldn't be her. I wouldn't expect her. I mean, you never know who's a virgin, who's not a virgin. But like she, yeah. But you know, you just never know. You just never know. You just never know. Some people are ugly and they're getting it in from early blood, and some people are attractive and they're struggling.
Because does he? He said he had 8 people, and your demeanor is very virgin-y.
Is that what you said? How many people he slept with?
Yeah, 8.
That's a fair amount of people.
But then your demeanor is very virgin-y.
Yeah, but your demeanor can be virgin-y doesn't mean.
You're
Sometimes the super confident ones, like to a woman, they will say that is virgin-y. I have heard women say that when men are overconfident, like they'll say you're moving like a virgin. You get me?
Like
so.
me. Still am.
And I said nothing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was awesome.
I'm surprised you said it, because most people's first time is not like the greatest.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. I mean, I hope she said the same thing.
Do you remember the first time you had sex with him?
First time I had sex was, I mean, obviously bad, painful. He just didn't know what he was doing. But it got a lot better. Yay.
This is what I said in one of our previous videos, though, man. With sex, like when you're with someone, like you know, you learn each other. It doesn't always get better, but it should get better if you genuinely care and you're taking time to learn each other.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. What do you think of that video?
It was interesting. Still, it was very interesting. Some of the couples I did not expect to be couples, and that's Still can't get over my man.
Damn, I personally felt that the video was a little bit dry still. Personally.
There was no sauce.
I thought it was a little bit lackluster. I feel like I didn't get anything out of it. Not that you always get anything out of it, but as I was watching it, I was like, what am I actually supposed to get out of this video? Because I got nothing.
It's true. Something about exes. Someone that married, messaging through MySpace, getting brunch. Makes no sense.
Some of it was interesting, but it was interesting in small portions and opposed to as an entirety. In its entirety, maybe I should say.
What was even the name of that video? What was even the purpose?
Exes talk about the first time that they had sex, but I feel like they didn't even.
That was even about do that. That wasn't the main thing.
Nah, it was like how did you? It was more like how did you meet, like a lead. How did you meet and how did it lead to
first
sex?
Kiss,
was
the
more
build up.
than
They need to change that title.
Not that I need to hear like I turn around. Like I don't need to hear all that. But
Pizza, what is pizza?
I smacked her ass. Like I don't need to hear all that, but like I'm curious.
Give me something.
something. Anyway, I think that's enough. Unless you had any closing thoughts.
Ah, that was it.
Alright, you can do the outros as well, big man.
So that was Put Some Syrup on It. I am Vinch.
Nula Monroe.
And yeah, we out here. Episode XYZ. Can't remember how much episode this is, but stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all of that. Peace.
Peace out.
A-Town.